Are You In or Out? By Manuel Torres. The characters are Emily, a wren who is an insider, Simba, a wren who's an outsider, PJ, a human nemesis, Ethan Hawke, a hawk, and Abner, a human friend of Emily's. The setting is inside of a prison building and outside. Scene 1, at Rise, Emily is eating cheese crackers and apple pieces on the day room floor as her best human friend, Abner, looks on.
Oh, this is so good! And breakfast at 9 a.m. 7 days a week is worth waiting for every day. But I'm still thirsty. And I know if I flap my wings in front of Abner like a hummingbird, he will feed me more apple.
Emily flaps her wings like a hummingbird in front of Abner, and he immediately responds by throwing a few pieces of apple to Emily.
Here you go, Emily. You know you have it made in here. You are truly an insider. You don't have to search for food or water. And you don't even have to worry about other unfriendly birds or find shelter when it rains. You're truly one of us, an insider.
Emily finishes eating the apples served to her.
You got that right. I feel like a queen. And I have 3 nice isolated condos on A, B, and C streets. But there are some insiders who don't like me. I don't know if it's because of the color of my feathers or that I'm different because I can fly or move faster than them. I know. Maybe they're just jealous because of the spacious condos I have. The other human insider condos they're small. And that one human, PJ, lives by my A Street condo. Well, his condo was full of stuff. I don't know how 2 insiders could live in one of those condos. It would be cramped for like 2 birds. I know he does not like me.
Emily is sitting in front of her A Street condo when she sees PJ placing a bowl of water in front of his condo. She then sees him add something to the water. Hey, Birdie. Here, Birdie. Come and get some water. It's flavored water. It's better than apple slices. The water's really going to quench your thirst. Emily flies back to the C section where Amber is sitting. Abner.
Just because I'm a wren doesn't mean I'm ignorant. Everyone knows water is clear, not yellowish. Now he's trying to poison me. This is a setup. He thinks he can trick me.
I know he doesn't like you because your toilet is too close to his little condo. I do clean it up every day. He doesn't understand. Everyone is different. Humans call it diversity.
He's just so close-minded. He's so conditioned in that he believes his way is the only way. Last week, he threw a bucket of water toward me, and I got soaked. I couldn't fly for 15 to 20 minutes, and I had to waddle over to you sitting in the C-section. I don't know how many times I almost got stepped on. Now I know how ants feel.
So that's why you were so wet. I'll keep an eye on PJ when he's inside with us. He does spend more time with the outsiders, but I'm not sure if that influences his behavior or he is just closed-minded, like you say. It's his way or the highway.
The highway! You mean rest in peace.
End of scene. Scene 2, the next day.
It's time for my breakfast. I was calling for you to hurry up with your shower.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. You must have been too far away for me to hear you.
You know, since being doused with water by PJ, that running water or any water except what you put in my bowl is the only water I will drink or get near to. Any other water, especially running water or those yellow bucket heads, trigger my anxiety.
I understand, because I see you fly away to one of your condos so you feel safe and your anxiety goes away.
Emily is eating her breakfast near Abner. She keeps looking towards Abner with a worried look.
Abner, there's something I need to tell you. Please understand.
What is it, Emily? You know I'm a good listener and your best friend. You can tell me anything.
Yesterday, another wren flew inside and he found me in my condo. It was like looking into what you call a mirage.
You mean a mirror. It describes only our outward appearance.
Yes, I mean a mirror. Well, this other wren that flew into the inside said he had heard from some other wrens and pigeons that there was a wren that was an insider. So I guess when flying by my building, they got a glimpse of me. They described me, and he said that they described me too. His name is Simba, and that he had faint memories of being born as an insider. And when our mom flew out of the building, she would hunt for food and bring back food for us.
Wow, I really don't know what to say. I always wondered if you had any family, particularly a mother.
Well, Simba said one day he followed our mother out of the building to help her find us food. But he waited 20 seconds until our mother didn't know he had followed her. Now, he couldn't keep up with her, and he lost her. He was despondent, and he couldn't find our building because there were so many that looked alike. So some wrens on the other side, and on the outside, who looked almost like him, took him in. Well, 3 years later, he finally found me, and he wants me to be an outsider. Well, I'm feeling like blood is thicker than water, and I'm gonna live with the outsiders. I don't want to be worried about being judged. No bias, no prejudice, stereotypes, and I don't have to worry about PJ trying to poison me.
I do understand, but you do have a lot of friendly insiders that love you. I guess what I'm trying to say is the other side may not be as friendly as you may believe it to be.
Well, I get it, but it's my brother, and I'm sure others like me that fly will accept me.
I guess you need to experience life with the outsiders.
Thank you for understanding. Simba is flying by tomorrow to fly with me out to the outside with its blue ceiling and a big yellow circle. I'm anxious, but I'm excited.
Okay. I'll feed you one last dinner, and I want you to know we will all miss you inside here.
I'll miss you too. I hope when the front door is open, sometime I can fly in and visit you. I love you, Abner.
I love you too. Be safe.
End of scene 2. Scene 3, the next morning. Simba.
Hey, Emily, I'm here. Let's go, baby sister. It's time for you to explore the outsider's world, where the blue we call the sky and the yellow circle we call the sun, where every day is a new experience and exciting.
Okay. Simba? Here I am. Are you sure all the outsiders will accept me and I'll have a lot and I will have a lot
Of fun?
Yeah. We'll have a lot of fun.
Of course, every day is exciting. Let's go.
Okay.
Emily takes a deep breath and flies out of the building.
Simba, this is wow. This is beautiful. And we are flying with the outsiders. I feel free and so excited, and all the outsiders are smiling at me. I feel so accepted.
What did I tell you? It's so much much fun up here, and we can still fly down when the human outsiders feed us all kinds of good food. You can hear them curse the food that they serve, but it's so delicious to us. Maybe the cooks know we appreciate the cooking and food. We never complain.
Mm-hmm.
Ethan Hawk sees a flock of wrens and flies toward them.
Okay, Emily, get information. Ethan is coming our way.
But, who is Ethan and what is formation?
Ethan is our enemy, and he's hunting for one of us for dinner. He doesn't like the human food. Get behind me and follow me.
Come here, you little wrens. I'm very hungry and looking for dinner. Come to Ethan. Don't worry. One bite, and you won't feel anything after that.
Emily, when I go left, you go right with the formation.
No, Simba, I don't want to lose you again. I'm gonna follow you.
Just do what I say. The formation will protect you. I'll catch up to you later, Emily. I love you.
Okay, Simba, I love you too.
Simba goes left, the formation goes right.
Thanks in advance for dinner. Time to make a left turn. Come to Ethan, you soon-to-be dinner.
The flock returns Emily to the front door.
Thank you for bringing me home. I hope Simba got away, or did he sacrifice his life for me?
Emily flies in and finds Abner.
Emily, you're back. Why so soon?
Well, I was having so much fun when all of a sudden Ethan Hawk was wanting dinner. A wren.
Oh no, did all of you get away?
Well, but I don't know if Simba made it safely. He went left and the formation went right and they guided me back to the inside.
I will pray he made it out alive.
I hope so too. I'm so sad, but I'll never complain about the inside or the outside. There's so many good people on the inside and outside. I learned that you don't judge a book by its cover and to find the good in all. We all have feelings and we all have value. Lastly, live every day with love for all.
Well said, Emily. Now, look behind you.
Simba?
Over there.
Simba, you're still alive!
Ethan grabbed my wing, but it's going to take more than that to get to be anyone's dinner. Emily, I want you to stay with the insiders. Ethan Hawk, PJ, you stay with Abner. He will be, I can come visit you, and you have such friendships and love in here. Emily, I love you.
I have learned that there is serenity and love inside and outside, Simba. I love you too. I'm all in.
Simba flies away. End of play. Ules and the Monkey Man by Calverta Palmer. We have Ules Lewis, an 11-year-old boy, Damon Carlson, a 12-year-old boy, and Gwen Simpson, a 12-year-old girl. The setting is the California Elementary School playground. At Rise, the three kids are talking among themselves.
Okay, Damon, how do you know there's no such thing as a monkey man? Fred Scott told me all about him.
Oh, yeah. I guess Fred Scott gets the grand prize.
What prize? What are you talking about?
The prize for making a monkey's butt out of you?
Damon Carlson, that wasn't nice of you.
Thanks a lot, Gwen. At least you understand my situation.
Look, Ules, I just said that it wasn't nice, but I didn't say that I did not like it.
Ules, you're my pal. But you really need to think about this. No one survives a meeting with the Monkey Man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Damon, you might be right, but why would Fred Scott say something that he's seen him?
Look at it like this. Fred Scott wants to be a know-it-all, but he doesn't know doodly squat.
Just think about it. A horrible death by a hideous beast.
What's strange is that after all this time, no one has found any bodies or any victims.
I don't want to sound like I'm stuck on stupid. Maybe Fred Scott is right about what the monkey man does with the bodies.
Oh boy, not the Fred Scott again.
Well, you just can't help yourself. Fred Scott said this, Fred Scott said that. Okay, let us have it. What did Fred Scott say?
Yeah.
Well, Fred said the monkey man was created by a mad scientist and that he eats people and animals, bones and all.
Once again, it is strange that no victims or bodies have ever been found.
And well, to speak the obvious, it just further proves that there's no such thing as the monkey man.
I tell you what, after school Friday, we can go to the old house on Porter Street and look around.
No, sirree. This is where we part ways because that's totally nuts.
Ules, you can't scare me. I'm ready to go to that house right now.
The school bell rings.
You're lucky we have class.
End of scene. Scene 2. The setting is an abandoned house where it has been allegedly said that the monkey man lives. At Rise, Ules, Damon, and Gwen are stopped in front of the house talking.
Well, Lewis, you're the danger seeker. Go ahead and go in there.
Look, Ules, you may have a death wish, but I'm not going in there. You can count me out.
I don't care who goes with me, but I'm still going.
He heads towards the abandoned house. Once he's inside, Gwen and Damon have a conversation.
This is really nuts. I mean, should we wait for him to come back out?
Yeah, I think you're onto something because Lewis is crazy out of his head.
Well, wait, do you think he's going to make it out of there alive?
Maybe we should stick around, just in case.
Ules is looking out of a window, talking to himself.
Look at them. Both are chicken butts. I should...
He hears a noise.
Run for your life! The monkey man is in there and I think he's after me!
Gwen looks and sees a cat coming from the house.
Ules, you're such a drama queen. That's nothing but a cat.
Yeah, Lewis. You act like you want to find the monkey man, but truthfully, you're scared of your own shadow.
Yeah, both of you are a whole lot of nerves. I at least went in alone, I mind you.
Well, I just didn't see any sense in all of us going in there and not having a lookout.
Look, unless you look, Ules, we are already leaving.
Yeah.
So it'll make sense for you to turn around, but tomorrow's another day.
But wait a minute. We were just there. I went in alone. I'll remind you again, so what has changed?
Truthfully, I feel like doing something to prove to you that there's no monkey man.
Well, for me, nothing has changed. You two want to see the monkey man? Then go right ahead. I'm smarter than that.
Now is the time you two come to your senses and admit there is a monkey man.
Are you crazy? I'm not admitting nothing. Just believe I'm not scared.
You gonna call me chicken butt, scary cat, or anything else? I am out of it.
I'm not going to write on your... I'm not going to write on you, Gwen. It is understandable. You're a girl. But Damon, me and you have a date with the monkey man.
End of scene. Scene 3. The setting is the monkey man's lair, Porter Street, San Bernardino, California. At Rise, Ules is about to go into the abandoned house.
Look, Ules, I wouldn't blame you if you changed your mind about going in there.
Yeah, I mean, come on, Lewis. I was just messing around. All right, this can get ugly.
Well, just wish me a safe return. I want to meet the monkey man, so here I go.
Inside the house, as he walks around, Ules tries to open a door. The heavy door falls on Ules, pinning him down, and he can't lift it up.
Hey, do you hear that? It sounds like Ules is in trouble. What should we do?
Yeah, it's just Ules trying to scare us. You don't have to be alarmed.
Well, if he wants to act like that, I'm going home. I'll see you later.
Oh, no, I'm sticking around. I'm not sticking around here. We'll just catch up with him later.
Yeah.
They both leave. Ules is still trying to hold the door up while calling for help. He's surprised when the door is lifted off of him. The monkey.
Oh, it's you. What are you doing coming back here?
Well, me and my friends wanted to investigate the story of the monkey man.
Well, you can go tell your friends that you met the monkey man and never come back.
I don't want to make you mad, but you never let anyone survive.
Let me tell you something. All the stories you hear about me are figments of someone's imagination. Do I look like a monkey?
Why, no, you don't. But you just called yourself the monkey man, not to mention you're kind of hairy.
The person that made up the story about me was a little girl whose cat got hit by a car. She saw me drag the animal off the street.
I mean, that makes some sense, but why would she make up a story about a monkey man?
Because I had a t-shirt with a big King Kong picture on it.
Well, I guess that's why people say you can't believe none of what you hear and only half of what you see. What's your name?
My name is Brandon, and it's time that I walk you to the door. You can tell your friends that you met the monkey man.
Nah, I think my monkey man days are over. You're a human being. I'll let people think what they want, but me, I know the truth.
End of play.
Hopeless Romantic by Luis Gomez. Characters are Stephen, a hopeless romantic, Jill, his appreciative wife, and Roberta, a crazy mother-in-law. The setting is Stephen and Jill sitting on the sand, enjoying the night's cool breeze and watching the waves.
Isn't this romantic, babe? Watching the waves, just me and you.
Yes. I like it when you do romantic things, babe.
Well, I try. What can I say? I'm just a hopeless romantic.
I know. Even though you forgot the breath mints.
Touche, babe. Touche.
I'm just playing, babe. You know I love you. I like it when you make an effort.
Well, I can't win for trying.
I love when it's just me and you and we're together, boo.
After this, we're going to go down to your favorite spot,
Mm-hmm.
Tito's Tacos. Yes. You know, where they got those carne asada tacos with the salsita that you like.
Yes, and the freshly homemade tortillas. Yes!
The maíz, you know that's my favorite tortillas.
I know, you told me. Because you're Mexican. But, Damon, babe, you pulling out all the stops today, but I love it.
You're my wife. I'll do anything for my little honey buns.
I love it when it's just me and you, not me, you, and your mom.
I'm a simple man.
Planned activities, date night, I'm all the way with it, babe.
Well, for you, babe, there's nothing I wouldn't do.
That's why I chose you. But your mama, on the other hand, she's a cold piece of work.
You damn Skippy, I'm a mama's boy. I love my mama, and she can do no wrong in my eyes, babe.
I know you love your mom, but I hate the old bag.
Say my name!
End of scene. Scene 2. The setting is the house, and at Rise, Stephen, Jill, and Roberta are in the kitchen.
I thought I was your favorite girl. You said you trusted me more than her.
Ama, you are, and I do trust you. I love you, Ma.
Why did you say you trust her more than me? What's all this about, mijo?
Ma, Jill is my wife.
But I gave birth to you. I was in labor for 12 hours, and this is how you treat your mother.
I know, Ma.
I was at home, in labor, in the bathroom, with no medication.
I didn't know that. I'm deeply sorry, okay?
Just don't love me no more.
Babe, you got to get at me. You got to get at me, this woman. Getting at me like this in our house.
I know. I love both of you. I want the two of you to get along. I hate it when you fight.
I'm not fighting. I'm making you your favorite. Sopa albondigas con tortillas de maíz.
You know what I like. My mama's albóndigas. My mouth's watering already.
Yeah, you can get the heck out of my house and then shut the front door.
Babe, what the fudge?
I can't stand this little hussy. I knew she was no good for my boy.
Who you calling little hussy? You broke down looking nail Carter.
Oh.
Mama, baby, fall back. That's enough. Ya es suficiente.
Yeah, go ahead and make them that canned soup from your soup kitchen of yours.
You still talking, woman?
All right, both of you guys. You gotta stop the back and forth bickering. Can't we all just get along and be one big happy family?
End of scene 2. Scene 3. The settings at the house with Roberta checking out Jill's cookie.
That's not the way you make it.
I'm making it the way I want to make it. And anyways, stop trying to tell me how to cook in my own house.
You ain't got no business in the cocina. You don't know about, Mexican herbs and spices. I thought you were supposed to be Italian.
Okay, that's it. I can't take it no more. I am done with this abuse from this woman.
Mom, I know you. I want the best for me. You raised me right, and you did it all by yourself. You had to be mother and father.
I know, son. It was just me and you. Your father got deported and he never came back.
I know, Mom, but you gotta control yourself.
Son, I told you.
Never get with a lazy woman. You old windbag.
Oh, no, she didn't, son. Jesus Santos, hold me back, because I'm about to unleash a kind of whoop in the name of Jesus.
Oh, yeah? You use God's name in vain? Oh, that's real rich coming from you.
All right, enough's enough. You two are just trying to hurt each other. You guys need to respect one another. Ma, you gotta understand. This is my wife, the woman I love, Ma. Whether you like it or not, you got to love her because you're my mom. And you raised me, and you raised me right. You know you got to respect my wife and my house. So you have to respect my decisions that I make, Ma. You got a lot to offer as well as Jill. Now, go get that pot of sopa and tortillas, and let's all of us go chill on the front porch together and watch a movie together as a family. Peace. Deuces.
End of play.
Dating Like No Other by Robert Casioce. The characters are Lady B, who's Ron's wife, and Ron, who's Lady B's husband, as well as Sue and Sonny as sister and brother. The setting is at a gym. Lady B and Ron are working on their abs while Sue is working on her rear end with leg work like squats.
Come on, babe, one more, and then we can go switch places.
Okay.
Come on, you can do it. Okay, stand on my feet.
All right, this is the last set. And then we can go get cleaned up, right, babe? And don't you say no, because we have been here 45 minutes already.
Yes, this is the last set. And then we can get cleaned up after this.
Good. Listen, I love you, Ron. You always say the right things when I want to hear them.
Okay, babe, let's go clean up.
Okay.
Look, you see that woman over there? Working out her legs?
Yeah, well, what about her?
Well, she's pretty, don't you think? Why don't you talk to her and see if she's seeing anyone?
Why? Are you planning to try and make her part of the clan?
If you think you're ready for a sister wife, then I think she would suit our clan just fine. And so, what will you go talk with her right now?
Well, you do bore me sometimes. So, maybe we're ready for the next step. But don't you forget, I am the bossy wife of yours, okay?
Okay, come on, baby. You're my first wifey.
Mm-hmm.
So of course you're my boss wifey.
That's right.
I'm gonna go get cleaned up. If you up for it, you can go talk to her.
Okay.
Ron walks off to the shower. and Lady B goes to work out near Sue to try to stir up some small talk.
Do you mind if I just do some squats next to you?
No, not at all.
Okay. Thanks. I'm here with my husband. He's getting cleaned up. We're about done, and we're getting ready to leave. And to be honest, I came over to see you. I just wanted to see if you were single and maybe get your phone number. Oh, I'm Lady B. I think you're pretty. And are you here with anyone?
Okay. I'm Sue, and I'm here alone. My little brother's gonna pick me up when I'm done.
Okay.
You want my phone number? If I'm single?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sound creepy. It's just that my husband is from the Ashaman Indian. He's Ashaman Indian, and he practices his old tribal ways, which is polygamy.
Okay, so you're looking for another woman to join your family, and you want me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm single, and I've never been in a relationship like that. But, okay, here's my number.
Cool. We'll give you a call this weekend so we can go to the movies and dinner and see if we're right for each other.
Yo, Lady B, let's get going. See you, baby.
Hi.
End of scene 1. Scene 2. The setting is Ron and Lady B are standing outside of the all-you-can-eat place at the mall, waiting to meet up with Sue. And at Rise, Lady B is on her cell phone, checking if Sue is on her way.
Babe, I left my lighter at home. Can I use yours?
Okay, give me a second. No, that's Ron. He's just wanting to use my lighter. He's so nervous about this dinner and movie date we're having with you.
Why, is that how you can tell? Just so you know, I'm nervous too. I did my makeup over 2 different times, and it took me like all last night to pick my dress.
Well, that's really cool to know. So, how far away are you from getting here?
I should be about 15 minutes away. You and Ron got reservations for the 3 of us, right?
Sure. Yeah, we sure did. And we're waiting here so we can all go in at once. Here, say hi to Ron.
Well, hi there, Sue. I hope all is going smooth for you. You're on your way over here?
Hey, Ron. It's a nice ride so far. My brother's giving me a ride to meet with you all. And you 2 are gonna have to give me a ride home. I still live with my parents. I told them you live by your old tribe's ways. They were a little worried. But as long as I'm happy, they're not judging then. My brother thinks you Ashkaman Indians have it made with the option of having multiple wives.
Well, not Ashman Indians on our old tribal ways with multiple lives. It's overrated for your average man. Well, sweet lady, see you when you get here.
What happened? Did she hang up?
Yes, did you know she still lives with her parents? Well, she's going to ride with us to the movies, and we'll drop her off at home, too.
I didn't know, but that doesn't bother me none. I mean, I like her. I think you picked the right one for us, babe.
They're seated at the restaurant, and they've just finished their meal.
So, well, that was a great chicken salad. I wouldn't say no to coming here again.
Well, ladies, let's get going to the movies. I hope you don't mind seeing a horror flick.
Oh, come on, babe. I think you just want us to be holding on to you when we get frightened.
And you know this, man.
Well, I don't scare easily, but I don't mind holding on to you, to one of your arms when we watch the movie.
Now, that's my girl, Sue.
And I got your other arm, babe.
End of scene 2. Scene 3. The setting is, it's now been 4 weeks of joy and existing time of getting acquainted with Ron, Lady B, and Sue together. And at Rise, Lady B wants Sue to move in with her and Ron, but Ron is not quite so sure and thinks it's too soon. Ron is at work when his cell phone rings.
Yo, what you calling me at work for, babe? Your mother didn't slip in the shower again, did she?
No, you silly head. And no, it's not the raccoons back in the walls. I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind if I invited Sue and Sonny over for dinner tonight.
Why? What's the deal, baby? You know my boss wifey. You know you're my boss wifey and all, but what you up to, babe?
Come on, Ron. You should know by now.
Well, I know you really like Sue, just about as much as I do. Let me think. You want for the both you and Sue to get pregnant?
You know, you dimwit. I was thinking maybe she would want to move in with us.
Wow. Are you sure about what you're saying, babe? That means we're no longer just dating. It's like she became your new sister wife.
Ron, you think I don't know this? I'm ready. And if I'm ready, I know you two are ready for this too, babe.
Okay. Invite them over for dinner tonight. Well, if that's it, babe, I gotta get back to work.
Permanent Criminal Record by Adam Loza. The characters are Mr. Fascineros, a 65-year-old man who's recently paroled after 40 years in prison. Detective Cass, a middle-aged woman with a rock'em sock'em attitude and so rough, so tough, but very jaded. And Detective Caridad, a young woman, a rookie detective who wants to make a difference in the world. Scene 1. The setting is a cold interrogation room with no windows, 3 seats with a table in the middle, and at rise, Mr. Fascineros is sitting quietly as Detective Caridad walks in and takes a seat.
How are you, Mr. Fascineros? Sorry for dragging you into the station at this early hour. I'm Detective Caridad, and my partner, who will be here shortly, is Detective Cass. Do you know why you're here?
No. I was woken up in the middle of the night by deputies who raided my apartment. They brought me here to this room and no one has spoken to me until you walked in. I've been sitting here for a long time wondering what's going on.
You know why you're here. Don't play coy with us, Mr. Fascineros. You know the process well enough. You've sat in that chair more than once, or don't you remember?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been in this room before.
Okay, maybe not this room, but you've been interrogated before. You know the drill. Don't act innocent with us. We all know about your time in prison and how you were recently released.
You're right. I was released from prison 3 months ago, but I checked in with my parole officer this week and I was doing great. He said I was doing great. Have I done anything wrong?
Mr. Fascineros, your parole officer has been notified about you being brought to the station. We just brought you in to ask you some questions. Is that okay with you?
Question me about what? I've been locked up for the past 40 years. I don't know anything or anybody. Ask me anything you like, but the truth is the world is completely different and it's not the same place I saw last.
Well, you're right about the world changing. The people like you never change. So don't try to play victim with us, Fascineros. We've read your record and we know all about your long criminal history.
I've been in prison, in and out of prison all my life. That's all I know. I just want to live a decent life. I did a stretch on my last term. I have done my time and I paid for my mistakes. I stopped my life of crime and I'm a changed man. I don't know what I did wrong or why you're questioning me.
You've done nothing wrong. The reason why we brought you here so early this morning is because we received a call from a concerned citizen who thinks you are compiling some sort of list with the names of the residents of the retirement home. We're just trying to make sure everything is okay. That's all.
Everything okay? Why? I was arrested and I'm being interrogated. And you asked me if I'm okay? Was all this necessary, detective? I could have answered any questions you had if you would have just knocked on my door and asked me. Why break down my door and drag me out at gunpoint if I haven't done anything wrong?
You're a convicted felon and a dangerous criminal, Fascineros. Don't you remember? Yeah, you said it yourself just now. You did 40 years in prison for murder. You are a killer and should have never been released from prison. And it's my job to put you back where you belong before you commit another crime. I know your type. Once a criminal, always a criminal.
Detective, we don't know that. He is another citizen and should be treated as such. Let's not judge.
Look, we don't know him, but we have his permanent criminal record to go by. And he is one sick puppy, if you ask me.
What
It does not matter how long he did his crimes. He is still a criminal.
What my partner means is that there is some concern about you around your apartment complex. People are worried about some sort of list you are compiling with names. Tell us, Mr. Fascineros, is this true? Do you have some sort of list with names?
I know exactly what your partner means. I also know her type. According to her, I'm already guilty and she will find any reason to keep me in prison. The truth is, I make a list for all sorts of things to help me remember what I have to do. I'm getting older and I forget things.
Well, let me help you remember what prison's like by sending you back to your cage. We know about your crimes. I also wrote down a long list with all the crimes you've done. Like the time you were arrested for fighting in school and got sent to juvie, or did you forget?
I remember it, detective. I was a child and I didn't know any better. I got in one fight with a football jock and it was fighting the entire team. But I was only trying to help my friend who was being bullied.
So now you're a hero. Don't give me that crap.
I thought I was doing the right thing. I just wanted to help out.
What about the time you took a gun to school? Were you trying to help? Luckily, you were caught before you used it. Look, we know all about your violent past. This pattern continues through your juvenile record and into your adult life. Carjacking, strong-arm robberies, assault and battery. Your record is extensive. Now, don't tell me you did this all while helping an old lady across the street.
No, I did all these crimes in my youth. At first I thought I was doing the right thing. I justified it by saying I was stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. But I was only lying to myself. No one is rich where I come from. Everyone works hard and struggles just to feed their families. I'm very sorry for all the hurt I did to my community.
Look, Mr. Fascineros, I can tell by the look on your face that you're remorseful for your past mistakes, but we're here to discuss another matter. Tell me the truth about the list of names you made. We got reports from various persons that indicate you write down the names of people after you argue with them. Is this true?
I don't know who told you this, but your snitches are right. I do have such a list, but it's not what you think.
There. He just admitted it. I told you so. Don't let him fool you with his dejected face, Detective Caradad. He is a hardened criminal and has no remorse. Do you feel like hurting those that snitched you out, Fascineros, I know all about your prison record, your in-house assaults and your gang violence, how you stabbed informants who testified against fellow gang members. Snitches get stitches, right?
I'm not like that anymore. I no longer do those things. I regret all the harm I caused. I'm truly sorry for what I've done. And I try to make amends for the wrongs I committed as a reckless youth. I have renounced violence. I now live a life of peace and forgiveness.
So why the list, Mr. Fascineros? Do you have a vendetta against anyone who lives in your apartment complex?
No. I wish all my neighbors the best. I just walk away from any arguments. I don't want to cause any trouble.
Too late for that. We hear you've gotten into some nasty arguments with your neighbors. People say that they saw you write something on a piece of paper and then walk away. You must be thinking about hurting these people somehow. But I'm going to make sure you are put in prison before you do.
Mr. Fascineros, I want to believe you, but my partner is right. I have reports that indicate that you were seen in heated discussions with a Mr. Clements in the laundry room, a Mrs. Whitehead in the parking lot, and a Mr. Penchant in the hallway, just to name a few. Can you please explain this to us?
I can't believe this is happening right now. These people act like total jerks with everyone, but I'm the one who gets arrested? I don't get it. Seems like nobody cares anymore. The world has been overran by street corn dogs. It's true, detective. I don't like any of those people you just named. Mr. Clemens, he's a scallywag. I spoke to him about leaving his clothes soaking in the washer all day. He has no regard for other people who need to do their laundry. We exchanged a few words, but nothing crazy. I just walked away then, and he wouldn't listen.
This is not prison, Fascineros. These people have rights. You have no right to tell anyone what to do. Look, I know this Mr. Clemens made you angry. I can tell by the way that green vein pops out on your forehead when you're talking about it.
I do get upset. Only because there's no hospitality in the world anymore. People in prison show more courtesy than the folks at my apartment. And this is sad.
Well, what about the others on your list? You hate them as well?
Mm-hmm.
No, detective, I don't hate them. I dislike how they treat others. It's disgusting. What makes them think they have no right to treat others like dirt?
Is this why you were arguing with your neighbors, Mr. Penchant, in the hallway?
Mr. Penchant is my neighbor and I have prayed for him many times, but he still continues to spread rumors about me.
What kind of rumors are we talking about here? Everyday run-of-the-mill gossip or slander?
Last week, he had the audacity to stop my parole officer during his regular visit to my residence to tell him I was on drugs because I was doing my laundry in the middle of the night. My PO asked me about this and I told him it was the only time I had to do laundry because I work all day. My PO then asked me to give him a piss test. My neighbor is so nosy. He makes up stories about everyone in the building and they're always negative. He never has anything good to say about anyone.
Well, what about Mrs. Whitehead? She seems like a sweet old lady. What in the world could she possibly have done to make you so upset?
Mrs. Whitehead is the worst of all. She double parks all the time. The first time I seen her do it, I figured it was a mistake. But no, she does it on purpose. She thinks it's okay to take 2 parking spots. And when I brought this up to her, she began to smack me with her purse and to curse me like a banshee. I had to run just to get away from her and her 50-pound purse. I swear. After getting hit on the head with with a bag of rocks, I can see stars during the daytime.
Well, I have to agree with you on that point, Facineros. I hate people that double park, especially when you think you found a parking spot and rush over just to find out the car next to it double parked. I want to send them all to prison, at least for that day. Still, I believe you want to hurt these people. So I'm going to charge you with making terrorist threats and disturbing the peace. Tack this on to a parole violation, and it will get you back in the slammer for about 5 years. Plus a nickel prior for your past convictions will set you up for a good decade behind bars. How do you like that, Facineros?
I knew it. I was guilty till proven innocent. As soon as I was in handcuffs, this is the life of an ex-con. By the way, what's your name, Big Shot?
The name is Bella Cass, and don't you forget it.
Okay, detective. I'll be praying for you.
He pulls out a piece of paper from his pocket and starts to write.
But what the hell are you doing? Oh, now you're writing my name on your list too? Oh, okay, that's it. That's all the evidence I need to make sure you're washed up for good this time. You are a threat to society, and I'm going to put you away.
She puts him in handcuffs and he drops the piece of paper.
Now, start walking to the prison cell that you call your home for the next 20 years.
I will go as soon as you bring me my walker. I need my walker to move around. I have bad legs. I did too many burpees in prison and now my knees are shot out. Can I get a bit of assistance, if you don't mind?
You expect me to help you out? No, I don't think so. Can someone please bring this dirtbag his walker?
Detective Caridad brings him a walker, and Facineros slowly walks away with Detective Cass. And after they exit, Detective Caridad picks up the piece of paper that fell and reads out loud.
Prayer list. But I tell you who hear me, love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, pray for those who mistreat you. So this is what his list is about? I think my partner's locking up the wrong guy this time. Shame on us for our unmerciful hearts.